Hey guys, this is Tommy from Kamelot. This is Antihero Online.
Tour just kicked off. How's it feel being back in the U.S.?
I love touring in the US. I think it's great. I just love you tour for a month and you see all the seasons, basically, First, we started off in Tampa with a few rehearsals. It was 30 degrees Celsius, plus, and then we kicked off the tour in Kentucky, Louisville, and it was like freezing. So, and we just drove 2 nights. It's really cool. It's really cool diversity.
And you got beautiful weather today.
Today's beautiful again. So yeah, what happened?
Have you guys had a little bit of time to kind of explore Charlotte a little bit, or?
No, not so much. I mean, after a show, it's usually late, and then you try to unwind a little bit on the bus, and so it usually gets turns into 3, 4 in the morning, 5 maybe, So it's not like you're up with the rooster, Yeah, we've been awake for a couple hours now, but doing sound check and everything, all the fun stuff.
And for the tour coming up, is there any specific cities that you guys are excited about, or is it just the whole tour itself?
No, yeah, it's the whole tour. You never know what's going to be stronger. Of course, we have New York and LA and or Anaheim actually. Usually strong markets, and so we look forward to that, of course. But I mean, shows like the smaller shows like here, for example, is always kick ass anyway. So it just depends on the crowd.
And what is it like kind of having Delain and Battle Beast opening up, getting the energy up for you guys to hit the stage?
It's great. It's really good. I mean, we only had, like I said, we opened yesterday. We kicked off the tour yesterday. So it's been. Yesterday was great. I mean, so I have no reason to believe that it won't be great every night.
Exactly. And let's talk a little bit about the new album. What was the band's creative mentality kind of going into this record?
Well, we felt that we wanted to kind of, stay within that sci-fi, futuristic, dystopic world that we kind of introduced with Haven. So we felt that we weren't really done there. So we wanted to explore more on that. And just when it comes to the music, it kind of just reflects the whole, what we wanted to say and where the kind of platform that we wanted to have. The modern, a little bit more modern, a little more maybe even darker, a little more upfront with guitars and vocals than on the last album. So I think that's where our mind were.
And what about the lyrical content? Did you kind of want to incorporate that darker side of the storyline into the lyrical content from kind of carrying it from Haven?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, there's stuff in the lyrics here that it refers to stuff in Haven, for example, in some of the songs, and then it was cool because like halfway through the lyric writing and the melody writing, I saw the cover for the first time, and I was like, that's awesome, like we better make all the songs fit this cover. And I think listening now, I think that we did that. We made the music fit the cover, or vice versa, the cover fit the music.
And you guys did a really good job keeping this album really secretive throughout the whole process. You limited the press access to the record. What kind of influenced that? You guys in Napalm did a very good job of making sure that the album wasn't leaked before it was released to the public.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a big disappointment when that happens. Like, especially when it happens a long time before the release, because that takes the oomph and for the actual release. And the band doesn't want that, the label doesn't want that. Also, I don't think the fans want that. The fans want to have the luxury of actually having the product and listen to it when they get it. So, but many people are too curious. They can't restrict from not if there is something online. So, and it hurts the band. It hurts the band when it comes to sales and everything. So we felt that we wanted to make a conscious decision. We're not gonna give it even a chance, to leak.
And did the label kind of stand solely behind you guys with that decision?
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. I mean, it's good to hear that a label will support the band's decisions instead of being like, hey, we need the press.
Yeah. I mean, of course, Kamelot is a well-renowned band, and you know what you get usually, So I think they trusted us in that decision, and then also, I mean, the whole we were up until the day basically, or the hour where we started doing promo. The album wasn't done yet. So even the snippets that we sent to journalists, I think it was like 5-6 snippets of songs, so that they can at least have like an idea of the album, even those were not the final snippets, So the last, we were basically like saying okay to the last mixes while we were sitting doing interviews for the album. So yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
you guys really pushed it to the wire on that one.
Yeah, but it was crazy. It was crazy. Time was just not enough. But then again, we turned out the way it turned out, and we're super happy about it. So something good came out of it.
And talking about the band's career, you guys have been in the industry a very long time. At this point in your career, what's left? What do you guys have left to kind of accomplish? You've played hundreds of shows, been at some of the biggest festivals. You released many successful, many very great albums. What's left that you guys kind of feel has been accomplished?
I mean, if you can measure success in different ways, right? And it's a big success for the band that is still, going up, and when so many other bands maybe just stay or even go down, So, and especially in this genre, But I think I got sidetracked. What was the question again? What was left? Yeah. We measure success. That's what I'm going to say in how big of a production that we can bring, how strong of a package we can bring on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have a solid tour where we know every show is going to be good, we can have the full production at every show, and people will be seeing the same Kamelot. And that is what the goal is, to be able to, even if you play new places, to know that this is, we reach out to the amount of people to actually support us doing this kind of production. Yeah. So that's what we want to do. We don't want to scale down, we want to scale up.
And when you were going through and thinking about the production on this tour, what did you guys kind of want to incorporate new for the fan base?
It's always new guests, or guest vocals on the album that we want to make, play the songs live. And so this time around, for example, Lauren Hart is with us on tour. Nice. And she did vocals on 2 songs on the album. It was Phantom Divine, and it was Mindful Remedy. So she's a screamer, but she can also sing clean. So yeah, she's with us, and that's new. We have a bigger production for most of the shows, some cool new gimmicks, and and got a new drummer.
Nice.
Yeah, so some new stuff for sure, but it's going to be the same Kamelot. Like, people can always count on Kamelot to be.
Exactly. Yeah. And what is it like having somebody that can deliver the heavy, brutal vocals but sing as kind of like a contrast to your more softer melodic voice?
I mean, we pick that because we feel that sometimes that spice is good. Spice is to emphasize that kind of aggressiveness that is also in the music sometimes. I don't growl, so otherwise I could have done it, but it's also cool to have a female, or that's kind of flavor in there. Keeps it more interesting somehow. But for sure, it's something that we always think about. Is this should we do that or should we not do that? But somehow it's been ending up like, yeah, let's do it. You know, there's something in the music that tells me this. You know, the ballad for this we had for this new album is sung by me and Jennifer Haben from Beyond the Black. Beautiful voice, just fits the song, and just I like to listen to it. You know, it's like soothing. So, yeah.
And then the last thing that I got for you is festival season is going to start up over in Europe. You guys got any plan for festival season over there? Any big shows that you're going to be playing that you can announce so far?
Well, we have I can't remember how many festivals we have. July, August we have festivals. We're gonna play Mega Rock in Varna, but it's a great lineup. That's a big one, and I think Master Rock in Czech Republic. That was actually my first gig with Kamelot ever, in front of 30,000 people. That's so that was it's a bit of a baptism by fire, but it's really cool. So I'm looking forward to those, and I know there's a bunch of other festivals that I can't really remember right now, but I have to check it out.
And what is it like being able to go back to that festival where you started with the band kind of a little bit later in the career?
I mean, I feel safe. I feel like I'm on safe ground, you know. And that was amazing because Roy quit, and I had the opportunity to step in after 1.5 years, and did it. And it wasn't an easy decision because I had to really dig deep inside and see if can I do this, you know, can I do this justice. And then we went into recording the album and everything, and then we rehearsed for a couple of days together, like 2 times a day, and so I hadn't been meeting the fans really yet, like as a lead singer for Kamelot, so I didn't know what to expect. What people will they accept me, or so that was really cool when we played that festival, that everyone was just totally into it, you know, and totally supportive and just had a ton of fun. So that was great.